So we're here in the Abbey. We're talking to High Abbot Kaoto, probably soon. Where the other Ondrites in the Abbey are clad in drab functional garments, this Omoa seems dressed for an occasion. His robe is bright and glossy, his neck and arms are bedecked with jewelry. Symbols of his goddess, Ondra, are crowded into every available space. And what is our goal? To strike peace with him, to have him call off the invasion of the Eyeless, the army of the Tidecaller.
Ah, good. The Conclave has elected a Tidebringer after all. I had begun to worry.
So the Conclave it is. We have told them that we are the Tidebringer. We have lied to them. He looks back up, noticing your company, and nods.
And they took my advice in providing you an escort. Very good. I am sorry I could not make your journey easier. I am Kaoto, the High Abbot.
Well, I came as soon as I could.
And just in time. The May Queen's tide is nearly past its peak. Much longer, and we'd have had to wait another year.
Aha.
The rules of the Rising are quite clear on that, unfortunately.
The Rising.
When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
How did you become the High Abbot?
I was elected by the Conclave, as you were. But you already knew that much. It was unexpected. There were others more accomplished. I was merely a scholar. But they each had their faiths called into question. And no one could find cause to
doubt mine. I don't know what happened there. He smiles proudly, exposing for the first time yellowed and worn teeth. So he's old, probably. He seems conscious, or he's a tea drinker, a heavy tea drinker, or a smoker. A heavy smoker that never brushes his teeth. He seems conscious of your gaze and quickly hides them again.
It was such an honor to become one of Ondra's most trusted servants. It was hardly a choice at all.
About the recitation.
You seem nervous.
Yes, a bit.
The Conclave chose you for a reason. For a devout follower of Ondra, the answers will flow naturally to you.
Ah, interesting.
I remember my own rising. The Conclave sent me on the same exhausting journey. When it came time for the recitation, I could not remember a word.
So the Rising is something that... So we are risen to someone.
But it all came back in time. Our goddess smiles upon the forgetful.
He taps a large golden ring with a wave insignia as though it were proof.
Our library is open to you, as are the grounds outside. There is a beautiful mural out there that you should see, if you haven't yet.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you may, of course, speak with the gift-bearers here, if it helps your recollection. Take your time, and examine these things before your recitation.
I understand.
I know you will not disappoint when the time comes.
The Conclave mentioned something about a reliquary.
Yes, of course. I would not pass my station to you without passing that knowledge as well. It is the Abbey's most sacred chamber.
Ah, so we're going to become High Abbot then.
When the Rising is complete, I will take you there myself. In fact, the ritual demands it.
So we will become High Abbot then. All right, farewell. We'll complete the recitation. Maybe. We'll have to find out what all this is about, right? And as everything is open to us, this should be easy. And let's go pick some stuff up while we do that. They won't need it anymore, eh? Not after when we're High Abbot, we will get it anyways, right? So now we're an official visitor too. We can always say, hey, I'm the Tidebringer, let me in.
I'll see it done. It's finished.
What's in here? Crested quarters.
A blade in the dark.
Oh, there's something hidden. The on-right quarters key. Some potions.
I see something.
And a trap even. And more secrets. Wilting wind trap, that's crazy. An on-dried crescent.
The High Abbot imparted to me that I wasn't alone. That he has nightmares sometimes as well.
Truly?
Oh, it surprised me to hear it. He has such a peaceful manner.
Alright, they have nightmares. What's going on here? Despite the warmth of the nearby fires, a thin layer of frost clings to this store of supplies. We have to be quick before the real Tidecaller arrives, so to say. I mean, of course, we are the real Tidecaller. But the imposter. That guy. More people here.
I'll see it
I
done.
never knew. Did you hide in the
It's
White
finished.
Marsh after that?
As far away as I could. The Dominels didn't care I was a gift bearer. Evidence is evidence.
Aha, so they had trouble with the Dominel. There's still Dominel out there. What? More keys. And here. Stuff to eat. That's the official way, right? But we don't like the official ways. Oh man. What an epic journey. What's going on here? Oh, it goes down a bit. That might be interesting for later. And here. First we'll have to look at where we are coming this way. I mean, this is an official way, or there wouldn't be fires.
Even
here,
with your
right?
labors, your presence of mind never falters. I don't know how you do it.
Perhaps your thoughts would swim deeper if your tongue didn't come out for air so often, dear brother.
That was a man, right? And he has labors? Really? Ah, maybe not these labors. Don't look at us. The ramparts of the abbey. Ah, we're going around. We're going to look where this is all gonna be. The halls of silence. I have to say, I'm more and more impressed by that. And look at that. What nice mosaics. What is a kraken? Is that... Wow. Craftsmanship that gave form to this statue appears too skilled and refined to come from mere mortal hands. Oh, that's a little bit creepy then. I don't know, is this where we'll make the recitation and lure some giant monster here? Is that Cthulhu? Gift bearer. We could talk to the gift bearers, he said. Let's talk to her. The gift bearer holds in her hand a gem the size of a fist. She draws a curved line in the air over it and tosses it into the water. As the gem hits the water, it disappears from sight as though it had dissolved. Greetings. The gift bearer ignores you. She stares at the surface of the pool. What happened to that gem? What gem? Well, the gem you tossed into the pool. Oh my god, the goddess of forgetting. I remember no gem. Ah, you tossed it in. How could you have forgotten? This pool is blessed by Ondra, Tidebringer. I don't understand. We really understand, but Gift-bearer smiles placidly. All that belongs to Ondra is forgotten, and all the things forgotten belong to Ondra. She stares into the pool, entranced. Will we also forget? A thin film of iridescent dust floats on the calm surface of the waters, obscuring. It's this. What was that?
A blade in the dark.
So basically what she's saying, they have no clue what they're doing here. And a massive crystal, it's
He
jagged.
seemed preoccupied.
I expect I would be too in his position.
So, a massive crystal, its jagged edges, iridescent with an unearthly glow, pierces through the dome. Mosaics and tiles have been carefully arranged around the strange rock. Ondra, is it a giant tentacle being? Down there is the chamber of the fallen moon. What? Oh, this is the chamber. What's in here? We're so rich, we're incredibly rich. Hall of the Tidal Wave, yeah. Abbey of the Fallen Moon, that's outside then. Halls of Silence, and there's this place where we haven't been yet, it seems. But where we could go to. Yeah, let's hurry there quickly. Will be interesting to know. You may enter, Tidebringer. Now we can.
I see something.
What is in there? The Vault of Forgotten Thoughts. There's something in there. Something hidden. Gwyn's Band of Union. What is that? A ring. Grants the blessing, instill doubt when endurance drops. And 4 intellect. Wow. Gwyn was a young woman from Forked Vale who was engaged to be married to a farmer from her village. Her parents were thrilled about the match, yet as the day of her wedding grew nearer, Gwyn suffered from horrible nightmares that she was suffocating. She would awaken, gasping for breath, but otherwise unable to move. She told her parents about the nightmares and the horrible weight that seemed to press on her shoulders more and more each passing day. They assured her that the nerves would pass, but they didn't. On the morning of her wedding day, when the sky was still grey and a heavy mist hung over the fields, Gwyn snuck away. She thought a long walk might calm her, but the further she got from Forked Vale, the better she felt. By the time she reached Pearlwood Bluffs, she realized that she had no intention of going back. She spent the night at a little roadside inn on the charity of the owner, and after a hot dinner and a good mug of ale, she enjoyed the best sleep she'd had in months. When she awoke, her hostess pointed her to Defiance Bay. She reached the city and quickly found the port. She had nothing of value besides her betrothal ring, which she traded for passage to Edir. And now we found her. Her ring. And this, like a living prison, thick arms of coral have grown around an assortment of old weathered relics. What else is here? That an ominous place.
It's finished.
St. Wigel's Cudgel. A club. Oh my god. A nice club. A strictly devoted follower of Woodica, Vigiled was haunted by dreams of criminals committing horrific acts of violence only to escape punishment or receive one that was unduly light. She came to believe Woodica was speaking to her through these dreams, demanding these people receive justice. Wiggled found these criminals in hideouts and homes, very often in jail serving inadequate sentences. She would steal into these places, which were frequently under heavy guard, find her way to the criminal and pronounce the judgment of Boudica. Her incredible knack for reaching these places were in some instances later declared as miracles when she was canonized. If the criminal was lucky, it would only mean disfigurement, but most were executed on the spot with Wiggle's cudgel. Eventually, Wiggle's reputation spread too far, and many criminals that feared her began to set traps and issue bounties. When she was finally caught, she was clubbed to death with her own weapon. It is said that with her final words, she declared that she was a murderer, and that she deserved this fate. St. Vigil's cudgel is a simple spiked club with a leather-wrapped handle, and the wood itself is irreversibly stained reddish-brown with the blood of criminals. Inflicts persecuting. What? The memories. Bathing in the memories we are. And should we go... we should go further down here, probably. There seems to be something.
Not a sound.
Could be inside here as well. Seems... could be the library.
There's something ahead.
This is the record?
Yes. See that it is cast away with the others.
The record. They all want to forget, these crazy guys. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. I'm interested in that. Going to look at that. What is in there? The archipelago winds its way between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean. Hundreds of small islands in the midst of the water. Few dare brave its treacherous rapids, and fewer still have returned to tell tale of their adventures through it. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms hammer any ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate, and this alone should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage, as untold ships have gone down, tossed against the rocks. The weather and treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horror of the archipelago, the terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stalk the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting sailors to drift into their waters, but we do know of some. The barbed ravager, a giant shark that is known to ram passing vessels, trying to knock sailors off the deck, and smash a hole in the hull. It has tremendous spines protruding from its side and back that are presumed to be poisonous. The largest sighted barbed ravager, with survivors, was estimated to be almost 30 feet long. Oh. Then we have the winding serpent. Smaller around than the ravager, but potentially longer, the winding serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhat reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the ravager, they repeatedly slam into the side of a ship, hoping to crack a hole in it or knock someone from the deck. They have also been known to swim to the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Then we have the Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you have ever seen. The Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. By the time a ship sees a Leviathan, it is already too late. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the hapless vessel, preventing escape, and as it goes down, the enormous mouth opens, pulling all aboard their watery deaths. And now the Pulpovir. That could be the thing that we've seen there, right? All the creatures you've read about in this book are nothing compared to the Pulpovir. Barely the size of a man, what they lack in size and strength they make up for in numbers and terrifying viciousness. Their lower halves are a mass of tentacles like an octopus or squid, but more numerous. The tentacles are long black whips with suction cups on the underside and small thorny barbs on the top. The sheer number of tentacles gives them frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, any extended examination proves how wrong that assumption is. Long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their heads to cover a face taken directly from a nightmare. A wide gaping mouth cuts across the bottom of its head from ear to ear, full of wicked dagger-like teeth. Two large round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. A small antenna protrudes from the middle of its forehead, ending in a small nodule that can glow with an eerie blue light. One can imagine a sailor on the deck of his ship at night, looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface, rising toward him as the pulpoviers swarm upward. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, fitting into spaces no person should be able to. The smallest crack in a hull, the slightest separation between boards offers them entrance. It's not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside of the archipelago. There may come a day when pulpovier attacks become commonplace. Ooh. That's crazy. And what is this guy going to do? Welcome. Where's he putting that book? Well, anyways, we should explore the library. We should give it a good look. And also this other place around here. And we'll do that in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Happy gaming to you. See you in the next episode. I'm looking forward to see you there.